Hello. Sir, only two participants are there. Two learners are there. Hello.
Yes, 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 yes.
Uh, Others are
Three,
joining too soon.
there are three participants.
Mm.
So, as such, we are having the recording. There is no, there is no problem. Absolutely.
Okay, sir. We'll
You can,
start. Yeah.
we can start our presentation. It is seven
No issues.
minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Past.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No issue at all, sir. No issue.
So
Well,
please
Yeah.
initiate your discussion. No problem.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, good afternoon, learners. Today we have, as per your schedules, we have tourism marketing, that is your TS-6, that is tourism marketing, and TS-6. And in that tourism marketing TS-6, I will show you the slides. You have, there are four units. Unit 4 is your marketing research. Unit 5 is your competitive analysis and strategize. Unit 6 is your forecasting for tourism and its products. And Unit 7 is role of technology in tourism marketing. Okay. So we'll discuss the slides, each and every slides one by one. So I'll share the PPTs. Just hold on. Okay. So is it coming on your screen? Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
sir, it is
Yeah.
coming. We
Yes.
can see.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So tourism marketing TS6. This is the different unit. So you can also see the different unit and its nomenclatures like marketing research. Unit 5 is your competitive analysis and strategize. Unit 6 is forecasting for tourism and its products, and Unit 7 is role of technology in tourism marketing. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide. First is your marketing research. Okay, so we should, I have already defined the definition of marketing research. So first of all, you should know the what is the meaning of market research. Okay, so market research is a very nowadays is a very emerging kind of issues or kind of concept which is available, or which is kind of research initiative which is very wildly popular in all kinds of fields. It may be your social science, it may be your tourism, it may be your hospitality and all. So this because market is always related to the different segments. So that's why the market research is nowadays widely popular. Okay, so first of all, we need to define the market research. So market research can be defined is a activities or market related activities or market related process which actually targets to a new service or product, and how the new service and product is going to be penetrate in the market or going to be emerge in the market. Okay, starting from its ingredients or raw materials to the finished product. Okay, so that's why market research is very important in all kinds of target groups. So market research is the process of determining the viability of a new service or product through the research conducted directly with potential customers. Okay, for whom you want to do the market research for the for the product and service, but where this product and service is going to be utilized, that means it should be going to be utilized among the potential customers or among the potential consumers. So that's why the importance of market research is so much viability in different target groups. Okay, so market research can also be defined. It's all also allows a company to discover the the target market and get opinions and other feedback from consumers about their interest in the product and service. Okay, so normally the different kinds of companies or different manufacturing companies or service oriented companies, they want to explore the market. So at that time, what they do, so they imbibe or they adopt the market research, so that they will definitely get the feedback from the consumers, and also they will get the feedback from the customers, or the from the feedback related to its product and service. Okay, so that's why the definition of market research is, you can also define in this way. It's a exploration expedition of a target group or the target market or emerging market, which always seeks for the opinions, or which always seeks for the feedback from the consumers about their product and services. Okay, so this is the fundamental definition of the market research. So we'll go to the next slide. Just hold on. I think someone is Kabiru. You mute your microphone. Yes.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I was.
Yeah. Please, please, you mute your mic. Okay. So the next slide is related to the market research, and you know why the how the market research is carried out. So when the market research comes into the mind, so there are different types of question marks comes into the mind actually, like how, what, why, and where. Okay, these are the kind of question marks that always flashes in the mind. So that's why this type of research can the market research can be always linked with the what kind of product and service, and to whom it is going to be sought, and why it is researched, and how it is researched, and for what purpose it has been researched or it is going to be researched. So this what, why, how, when, and whom are related with this kind of market research. Okay, so this type of market or the market research activities can be conducted in-house, or you can suppose for an example, you are running a small organization, okay, or small manufacturing organization, and you can also um, you can also adapt a market research activities for your company's benefit, for your consumers benefit, or for your customers benefit. So that's why the importance or the significance of market research is highly, feasible or highly viable. Okay, so how this market research normally carried out? Normally, the market research is carried out through. There are two kinds of market research. The process, you can have a pre-market research, and also you can have a post-market research. That means when suppose you are going to launch a product, or you are going to create or innovate a kind of service. So before you innovate, you before you product sorry before you launch a product, you need to go for some pre-research. So what involves in the pre-research? Your pre-research involves different kinds of steps, which actually leads to the pre-research areas or pre-research environment. What are they? Now, these pre-research areas, these pre-research area steps are, you need to find out your target clients, okay, or your target customers, okay, and you need to find it out there. For an example, if you want to launch a food and beverage related product, you want to find it out your target client, you want to find it out their spending power, you need to find out their kind of a market segmentation, or kind of a market group, and their likes, dislikes, and sourcing of your ingredients, how the raw materials can be sourced, and what is their prices and all. So these are the pre-market research. Okay, in case of product and services. Okay, so then what happened, how there is a post market research can be carried out. Yes, post market research can be carried out. When uh, when you launch the product, or when a kind of service you delivered. Suppose you have a restaurant, suppose you have a hotel. So when the customer comes to you to have dine some food and beverage, so you deliver the service. Then you, after your service is rendered, or after your service is delivered, you go for a kind of a research. Okay, that is called your post research areas. Okay, so what you can actually visualize in the post research areas, or post research states, you can assess, or you can investigate, or you can examine the experience of the customers, or you can find out the opinions about your services or products, or you can find out the opinions of the value for money and all. So that's why pre-market research and post-market research is the subgroup of the entire marketing activities. Okay. So what are the various platforms? The platforms is like surveys, or product testing, and focus groups, or test subjects. So, or collecting the samples. So these are the few small platforms or gateways where you can adapt, where you can fit your market research process. Okay, just hold on. Okay, so these are the post market service. So that's why market research is a critical component in the research and development of a new product and services. Okay, so there is a wing, there is a separate kind of department in the market research, that is also called, it's a kind of separate component, that is also called research and development. Continuous research is required to innovate, or to explore some new things. Our continuous development on product and service needs to be carried out to give a a kind of a memorable experience to the customers or consumers. Okay, so we'll go to the next slides. Is it visible in your screen? Hello, learners.
Yes, sir, it is visible. We are listening. We can see.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So then next is your understanding the market research. You should fully understand what is market research. Yeah, no issue. What is
But,
the basic?
I don't want
Yes.
to interrupt you, but I have some questions.
Yeah, yeah. Please ask. So can we
Okay,
discuss the question in the last? Yeah.
okay, sir.
Can.
Assuming that you said there is a pre-market research.
Hmm.
Assuming that I've already processed the goods, I processed it, but I didn't launch it. I'm about to launch it, and after conducting the pre-market research, I discovered that
Hmm.
my clients, the customers, are not able
Hmm.
to buy that product. How can I handle this kind of problem, sir?
Yes, 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 yes. Suppose you have already decided to product a mobile brand of mobile in the market, but you have not carried out your pre-market research. You can also you can also be successful in your post markets, because that is called your R&D, research and development. Normally, as an innovator or as a market researcher, you have some pre knowledge, or you have a good background of the different clients, or the different clients, and their backgrounds, their likes and dislikes. So you can directly jump to the post market research area. There is no problems, or there is no obstacles. Yes, whatever the obstacles and whatever the problems comes out in the post market research, the after the product is launched, when you will gather the opinions, or when you go for a survey, or when you take the interviews, at that time you will get some some kind of problems. So that problems, when you will again launch the new kind of things, that problems can be solved. Okay, did you get my answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so we will go to the next slide. That is your understanding the market research. The purpose of the market research, the objective of the market research is to closely look, to closely see what the market response to the customer, and how is in the same way how the customer also approach towards to the market. It's a two-way process. So you go deep in depth. Now you go in depth, because I am making you understanding the in depth or the fundamental things. So just forget about this different definition in whatever I have mentioned in the slides. So when you think about the research, market research, you have two poles. Okay, so one is your market, another one is your consumer, and in the middle you have product and services. How the customers are seeing the market, how the customer have approach towards to the market, and when the market full of services or full of products, how they are responding to the customers interest, our customers willpower, our customers likes and dislikes. So it is a two-way process, or sometimes it is called a three-pronged approach. Okay, three-pronged approach means your supplier side and your demand side. Okay, supplier side and demand side, and your platform is your market. Did you get my point? So I am giving you different examples from the different corners. Okay, so that you can easily imbibe these things in your mind. So this can include information, because when you are going for a market research, data, your information, or the gathering of the information is the first and foremost important steps. Because if you not gather the information, or if you not get the valid information or data, so you cannot launch that kind of product and services. Okay, so the market research always have a strong information background, or the strong data background, or the data collection areas, so that the data will help it out to segregate. Okay, to segregate the different target group, and data will help you to penetrate, you know penetrate into the market. Okay, so that's why there is a word called market segmentation. Just hold on, some people are. So there is a market segmentation. Okay, or there is called a product differentiation. Okay, so that particular things I will let you understand in the later part of this activities. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide. What are the various benefits of the market research, okay, or the marketing research? First one is, it is easy to determine the feasibility of a new business. Suppose you are venturing into or venturing towards a new business. When you adapt, so easily, determine the feasibility. The feasibility means, kind of a initiative or kind of ideas which fits into the market, or which you can easily build. Second point is new markets. You can easily identify, or you can easily examine the new market in African area, from the
Hello everyone. I think he is having network problems. So we should wait for him a little. Oh,
We're getting you.
Yes, that was what happened last time.
Hamza, what are you trying to say? Trying to say?
I think there is network failure today.
Internet is disturbing.
guys, he is having network problems. So we should wait for him a little. Yes. Can you hear me now?
Sorry. Double piece with it. Hello. Please, can you hear me?
Kai a gudu wata rijiya.
Abba na, ya za a ga an turo kuɗi saboda a je a yi siyayyar. Na za shi, yi baby. Baby, ya tu an turo kuɗin. Duba, sai ina za a je. Ni na fi son a tafi sharaɗa. A siyo wake da karas da albasa. Karas ko a ƙofa na wajena. Da arama? To waken fa. A siyo karas ne a sharaɗa.
Maganar da ta yi kwata-kwata mai tunani ba zai yi ta.
Inda ana kwanciya a kurkuku.
Barkanta da arziki. Allah ya kyauta. Ai gwara da aka yi mata.
To yanzu ya za a yi kenan. To ai yanzu ake so a je sharaɗa a siyo kayan miya. Ya za a yi da kuɗin? Masu kayan miya ne? To ku je mana ko za a samu wanda za a samu ɗan kashi. Za ka yi cikin kaya. Wanda an yi wa tafiya ita.
Bilkisu, Bilkisu, hello, kina ji? Bilkisu.
No?
Allah ki dan kashe mai duk conversation ɗinki yana shigowa.
Okay. To.
Ka kyauta kuwa.
Hello, Gamza.
Hello. 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 Yes. I have paid the minimum. Okay. In the today. Yeah. 1816. Hello. 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 Uh, in phone pay. Right now I'm busy in a meeting. Okay, you call me after 5 o'clock. Hello, hello, Sagir. Hello, Sagir. Hello, Sagir. Hello, 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 Sagir. Hello,
Hello,
Sagir.
sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
How?
sir.
Yeah, yeah. Are you
Yeah,
listening?
well,
Yeah. Where are the other
I
learners?
sir.
Where are the other learners? Call them. Call them.
Okay, so
You call them, please.
okay. I'll call them.
Hmm. Yeah, please. I am online. You call them. Call them. Call them and join them. Hello. Yes, yes, yes. Mohammed. Mohammed Waki. Mohammed. Hello. Mohammed. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Why you left it out from the platform? You call other learners to join. Call other learners to join. Yes. Hamza, why did you left it out? Hamza,
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
why you left it out from the platform?
I'm having network problem. I'm having network problem. That's why.
Okay. Now it's fine.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Please tell me.
I have issue of charging, please. My phone
You
has
have?
no charge today. Until now, I
Okay,
charge it.
okay. So now we'll continue.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You mute your phone. You mute your mic. Okay. So let me display. Let me display the PPTs. Just hold on. Okay. So did you find that there is a kind of image on your screen? The sampling methods. Is it coming on your screen? Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes.
It is coming. We can
Yes.
see. It
Okay.
is coming.
Okay.
It is
So
visible.
yeah. Yes. So we are discussing the sampling methods. So sampling methods can be divided into two parts. One is called your probability sampling. Another one is called your non-probability sampling. In again, the probability sampling is divided into the four subcomponents like simple random sampling, clustered sampling, systematic sampling, stratified random sampling. And in the same manner, non-probability sampling is divided into five components: convenience sampling, consecutive sampling, quota sampling, purposive sampling, and snowball samplings. Okay, so this is the entire grid of the sampling method. So we'll discuss one by one the each definition. Simple random sampling. It's a very sampling technique, very widely popular sampling technique in the market research area. What is that? It is one of the best probability sampling techniques which helps in saving time and resources. Okay, simple random sampling method is a very reliable method of obtaining the information from the every single member of the population. If you target the population and in this method, in the simple random sampling method, the every single member is chosen randomly, merely by the chance. Each individual has the same probability of being chosen to be a part of the sampling process. That's why it is very simple manner. That's why the name is called simple random sampling. Okay. So then next is your cluster sampling. Cluster. Cluster means, what is the meaning of cluster? Cluster means is a, a kind of a small groups like this, cluster samplings. So cluster sampling is a method where the researchers divide the entire population into sections or groups or clusters. Right. Did you get my point? So there is a huge population. So there are population of 1,000, and I divide the entire population into 10 section, and each section having 10 members. Sorry, 100 members. Okay. So that is called cluster sampling. Okay. So clusters are identified and included in a sample based upon their demographic characteristics. What are the demographic characteristics? Demographic characteristics are like, age, educational qualification, location, gender, okay, the salary structure. So these are called the socio-demographic parameters. Okay, so that is called cluster samplings, and it is also very simple for a survey method. Okay, so the next is systematic sampling. Okay. What is systematic? As the name suggests, systematic sampling is very systematic by manner, very organized by manner, very up to date by manner, very efficient. Okay. So researchers use the systematic sampling method to choose the sample members of a population at regular intervals. At any time or any regular time period, researchers can take it out the entire population for systematic process. Okay, so it requires selecting a starting point for the sample and sample size that can be repeated at regular intervals. So in this process, what happens? The researchers have a target point or a starting point for the sample, so that at regular intervals he or she can pick it up. He or she can pick it out. Okay. So this type of sampling method has a predetermined range. Okay. It has a pre-range. Okay. So the next is stratified random sampling. Okay. Stratified random sampling method. What is stratified random sampling method? In which the researcher divides the population into, like cluster sampling. It is a bit similar. It divides the population into small groups that do not overlap but represent the entire population. That means in any characteristics or any theme or any criteria, the two similar groups or the two groups does not have some similar ideas or does not have a similar characteristics. So that is called stratified random sampling. While sampling, these groups can be organized and then draw a sample from each group separately. So you can take these groups separately. Okay. So that is stratified random samplings. Then you come to the types of non-probability sampling, with examples. I have given some examples. Non-probability method is a sampling method that involves a collection of feedback based on a researcher or statistician sample selection capabilities and not on a fixed selection process. Actually, non-probability method is not fixed. It depends upon the researcher's mind or the statistician's sample selection capabilities. It depends upon the strength of the researcher, and up to which point or up to which quantity he or she can jump. So that's why it is called non-probability method. In most situations, the output of a survey conducted with a non-probability sampling leads to the skew. Sometimes this non-probability sampling gives a very skewed results. What does mean by skewed results? The results which which did not give any kind of mirror or any kind of reflection to find the discussions or to find the entire result of the whole process. So that's why it is called skewed result. Sometimes it is it can be defined as it has some loopholes or it has some drawbacks which may not represent the desired target. Okay. Then, in the non-probability sampling method, we have a convenience sampling. As the name suggests, convenience, it is very convenient. Okay, it's very easy to access, easy to follow, or easy to adapt. So this method depends on the ease of access to the subjects uh, when the customers are surveying in a, or maybe somehow for an example, if you are going to a mall or you are surveying the customers, it is called a convenient sampling. Or you are going in a busy street, suppose you want to find out the level of street food hawkers knowledge on food safety. So you can easily go to a particular kind of a busy road or busy market where nearby areas there are a lot of street food hawkers are selling, preparing and selling the street foods. Okay, so you can easily take that convenient sampling method. Okay. It is usually termed as convenient sampling because of the researchers' ease of carrying out. Normally, the research feel easiness to carry out this kind of sampling technique. For example, startups and NGOs like non-government organizations and startup ventures, they usually conduct convenient sampling at a mall to distribute. Normally, I think you have seen if you go to a mall, some products when coming new to the market, they start distributing the product leaflets or the some kind of pamphlets to or some kind of leaflets regarding the upcoming events, festivals, or promotion and like this. So this kind of technique is called the convenience sampling. Okay. The next is judgmental or purposive sampling. Judgmental or purposive means these sampling techniques have some purpose on behind of it, or some kind of judgmental, some kind of thought process is on its behind. So that's why it is called judgmental and purposive sampling, which are formed at the researcher's discretion. So this particular judgmental or purposive sampling is always created from the researcher's thought process. In which way the sampling technique can be purposeful or maybe judged from the different angles. That's why researchers what they do purely consider the purpose of the study or the main aim of the study along with the understanding of the target market or the target audience. The target audience is your tourists who are coming to taste in the market or go to a restaurant to taste the local food. Okay, so research is purely the understanding of the target audience, and it's purely the research discussion, purely the researchers area of interest. Okay, so that's why it is called judgmental and purposive sampling. The next is snowball sampling. Snowball sampling, what is that? Snowball sampling is a sampling method that researchers apply when the subjects are difficult to trace. When it is opposite of your convenient sampling. Convenient sampling is easy to access, but snowball sampling is very difficult to access. It is a bit complex by nature. what happened in this kind of snowball sampling, the researchers did not get the ideas from the environment where he wants to take the data, or he wants to uh, uh, you know obtain the information. Okay, so that means the theme or the criteria are unknown or difficult to follow. For example, surveying in the shelterless people or illegal immigrants will be extremely challenging. For an example, I know a couple of months back, you have I think you have heard in the newspaper today, when also you are listening to the radios and TV, the war between Russia and Ukraine. But what happened? There are some neighboring countries to the Russias and Ukraine. The, they are eh, they are also in the same way simultaneously are getting so they are neighboring cities. Okay, most of the Ukraine people, they fled way to the neighboring country like Poland and all. Why? Because to survive their lives, so they are all illegal immigrants. Okay, so that is also very challenging, because what happened, the environment is very fearful. So you cannot get a structured sampling technique. You do not know from one particular place how many people are going to Poland, how many people are going to Hungary, how many people are going to on other areas, and how they stay, which areas they are living, how they are taking the food and all. So that's why it is very difficult to trace snowball sampling. Okay, the next is quota sampling. As the name suggests, the quota sampling members in the sampling technique happens based on a pre-standard or the preset standard. In case a sample is formed based on specific attributes, the created sample will have the same qualities found in the total population. That means, for an example, entire population is there. So what happens in the quota sampling? You have 5 to 6 kind of theme, or 5 to 6 kind of criteria. You can easily get 3 to 4 kind of sampling groups out of the 100. So that's why it is called quota sampling. Okay. Then comes to the, as we have in the earlier when we start the primary information and all. So in the marketing research areas or the process, another theme or another most important part needs to be improved, or sorry, needs to be discussed, is called your questionnaire. So questionnaire gives you the entire path or the entire research areas to explore for a researcher. The questionnaire will speak the volume of your tourist's opinion, uh, you know, tourist feedback. Okay. So questionnaire, what is questionnaire? The questionnaire is a bunch of question, or it's a research instrument that consists of a set of questions or a bunch of questions. It is a research technique or the research telling method, which involves a bunch of questions or other types of prompts that aims to collect the information from the respondent. Who is, what is the meaning of respondent? Respondent means each individual in a sample is called a respondent. Suppose you want to obtain the data from by the survey method from the 100 students. So your 100 students are your respondent. Okay, did you get my point? So a research questionnaire is typically a mix of close-ended and open-ended. I have already told you. this research question is always have the close-ended even going to the close-ended questions and open-ended questions, we need to figure it out the types of questionnaires. The, also, the questionnaire can be classified into two groups. One is a structured questionnaire. Okay, the structured, it is not you know it is not unorganized, it is purely structured, so that it this structured questionnaires, as I have also told you, collect the quantitative data, because quantitative data needs a structured road, structured. For an example, if tourists want to uh, visit the rural areas, what the what the first things needs to be done on behalf of local government is to improve the local road so that they can easily access it. So that means it's a very structured road. Okay, so the questionnaire is planned actually. The question is planned and it is designed to give or the gather precise information. It does not give you the, it should not give the answers, the question answers like your, you know, so that's why it also initiate a formal inquiry, a supplements data checks previously accumulated. Are you all listening to me? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Okay, okay, okay,
Also, we are together.
okay. Then we will go to the next slide. Just hold on. There are some network problems. Sometimes it is, where are you all from? The which place? Nigeria.
I'm from Nigeria, sir, from the northern part of the country.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, this is a structured questionnaire, and another one is called unstructured questionnaire. Unstructured questionnaires are questionnaires which collect the qualitative data. They use a basic structure and some branching. Some branching question means some subset of questions, some sub questions, but nothing that limits the response of the respondent. The questions are more open ended to collect the specific data from the participants. Type of questions in a questionnaire, as I have told you. So, open ended questions and closed ended questions. Open ended questions that help to collect the qualitative data. I have told you, open ended questions, always remember, always helps to collect the qualitative data in a questionnaire. Suppose you want to carry out a tourism research. Okay, the level of satisfaction among the tourists, on local food of Nigeria. Okay, so if you have to make a study or investigate a study, so if you follow the open-ended question, you will collect the qualitative data. Okay, where the respondent, yeah, means your reviewers, okay, they can answer in the form with little or no to restriction. Okay, there may be some multiple choice questions. You can, respondents can answer free from that with very little or no restriction. Okay, the close-ended questions is generally a yes or no. Close-ended are normally yes or no. The question is usually used in case of the need for necessary validation. It is the most natural form of the question. Okay. So these are open-ended question and closed-ended questions. Then comes to unit 5, that is competitive analysis and strategize. What is that? What is competitive analysis? As the name suggests, competitive, that means a source of competition or an environment where there is a competition between two groups, okay, or more than that. And when you assess that competition in a quantitative manner or in a qualitative manner, that is called competitive analysis. Okay. So, competitive analysis is the process of identifying the competitors and evaluating their strength, weakness, their opportunities, or it may be also called strategies, in order to determine their weakness and strengths for betterment of your own company is called competitive analysis. So this qualitative and quantitative analysis always gives you the result. So the result will leads you how to sustain in the market or how to survive in the market, because in the market there is a stiff competition, there is a huge tremendous competition. you need to you need to find it out, or where the competition lies, or where the competition is where the competition is actually has its own root. Okay, so that's why it is called competitive analysis. What are the various steps involved in the competitive analysis? There are 5 to 6 competitive analysis steps. If you carry out a competitive analysis, you need to go one by one, or the step by step, because step by step method will give you the result. You cannot jump directly from one step to the from step 1 to the step 6. You need to cover all the steps. Okay, the first one is competitors overview. You should know who is your competitor and what it actually its novelties, what it differentiates from you, so that it is called competitors overview. Okay, the next is start your market research. If you want to carry out the competitive analysis, you should also start your market research areas. Okay. Then look at the product features. What kind of products you need to launch? Okay, so that is called your product features. The next is compare marketing. So you need to compare the marketing process or the marketing steps with other industrial houses or industrial conglomerate. Okay. Then compare, it's already to compare again. Then establish your market standing. Yes. If if you want to stand a market, you need to find out its novelties, you find it out its uniqueness, then you can easily establish your market. Okay, so these are the 5 to 6 steps involved in the market analysis. Then the competition analysis, when we prepare the strategize for the competitive analysis, they then as I have told you earlier, there are two kinds of competition. One is direct competition, another one is called indirect competition. What is direct competition? A direct competition is when two or more business groups offer the same product and a service and completely and compete for the same market. Okay, did you get my point? So direct competition is between two or more business with the same product line or service, and they are selling the same product or they are offering the same service, but still they are, they are rivalry, they have a rivalry, they are coming for the competitive market. Eh. So next is indirect competition. Indirect competition, what happens in the indirect competition is known as a substitute. It is when two or more business offer different product and service. When it is same product, this is competitive. When it is in between two to more business and the product lines or the product and services are different or not identical by nature, so that is called indirect competition. Okay. Another one is called competition is called monopolistic competition. I think you have heard this name, monopoly competition and oligopoly competition. Monopolistic competition is a market structure where companies offer the same type of product and services. In a monopolistic market, what happens? There is a combination of competitive market and elements of monopolies. Okay. In between, what happens? There is a competitive market is there, and also there are few elements which makes it stand out apart from the apart from the same product. So that is called a monopolistic competition. Then oligopolistic competition, when oligopoly is a market structure with a small number of firms, but they do not have the identical product. They have a different product. The concentration ratio measures the market share of the largest firms. Okay. So that is called oligopolistic market. Then come to unit 6, that is your forecasting for tourism and its products. Have you heard the name of forecasting? Hello? Sagiri, Kabiru, Nura. What is forecasting? Can you define? What is forecasting? What is forecasting? I'm asking you, learners. What does it mean? What is forecasting? What is that? Muhammad Waki, what is forecasting? Okay, forecasting, we'll go to the slides. Forecasting, what is the definition? Forecasting is the process of making predictions of the future based on past and present data. That means by taking into account or considering the past and present data, you need to predict for the future. That is called forecasting. The importance of forecasting in tourism will be discussed later in the post. Forecasting means future prediction. What does it mean? That forecasting is the future prediction. Forecasting refers to the practice of predicting what will happen in the future by taking into consider events in the past and future. Okay, so that is your forecasting. What are the importance of forecasting in tourism? How it helps to the tourism field? How it helps to the tourism research areas also? The first point is it helps in planning and making new policies and procedures. Okay, forecasting, what it actually helps? Forecasting helps bit by bit, step by step. It helps in planning, strategize, planning the procedures, and making some new decisions. Okay. Then next is future demand. Yes, supply and demand side perspectives can be, unfold or can be explored through the forecasting process. And in tourism, which is a highly perishable business, along with the hospitality, so forecasting needs to be important, or forecasting must be important. Otherwise, you will be, you will find the gap between future, in the future supply and demand. Then better customer satisfaction. Yes, you can, when you forecast, you can easily run your business, or you can easily run your organization, so that the customer satisfaction can be lessened up. That means you can increase the customer satisfaction. Okay, so then next is get ahead of competitors. If you are doing the forecasting in a right manner, very efficient manner, so that you can, you will, your competitors will be, from compared to your competitors, you will go ahead. Okay, better sales, you will get the maximum sales and revenues by forecasting, because forecasting will give you the, production planning and production scheduling. Okay, so these things are related to the tourism and hospitalities. Then it minimizes the risk. Yes, the risk factor minimizes the hazards, actually reduced, the risk is reduced, sometimes the risk is removed also. Then optimum use of resources. Yes, resources utilization is the most important part. You can easily, uh, you can easily utilize the resources. Then what are the various factors which influence the tourism forecasting? You should know, in the tourism marketing is highly, perishable by nature. Your target groups and your, penetrating the market is also very, sometimes it is very complex, sometimes it is very easy also. So, highly varied kind of tourism market. What are the factors which normally influence the tourism? First one is your politics and legal environment. It is one of the important factors which affects the movement of the tourist flow. I think the tourist cannot, the tourist influx goes down to the war areas. I think in the Russia and the war areas, because due to the politics and legal environment, the environment is polluted due to the due to the dirty politics and due to some hard legal environment. Okay, political conditions, the type of government, or the travel regulations like visa and foreign exchange, all affect the food free movements of the travelers. Okay, so that is your factors which influence tourism. Next is social and safety factors. Social and safety factors are directly related to the mental and physical security of the tourist. These factors also affect the trends of the tourist flows. For example, the flow of tourists to the Kashmir Valley has gone down. Okay. The next point is geographical and climatic factors. Yes, geographical location and climatic factors decide the seasonality of the flows. The tourist flow is actually affected by the location, or the geographical condition, or the climatic condition of the particular region or particular destination. Okay, accessibility in accommodation. Yes, hotel accommodation, lodging accommodation, the accessibility, to the movement from one place to another, it also all depends, or it also affects the, tourism forecasting. So these accessibility accommodation are the two basics of the tourism. Any change in these affects the tourist traffic tremendously hit. Okay, the change in the tourist frequency of the transport service, or the beginning of any new service, is bound to affect tourist traffic along with the distance and time travel. Okay. The next is economic environment, economical, socio-economical environment, which affects the trends of the tourist flow. Yes, tourist influx is also get motivated or get impact by the economic environment, particularly from the tourist generating regions. Okay, for an example, China people are coming to the Nigerian African countries slowly. That means the tourist generating regions have a steady flow of uh, tourists due to the economic stable economic environment between the two countries. Okay, also the exchange rate between two currencies can all cost the holidays, so its holiday package may also become cheaper. Then the next is new developments in the industry. What kind of development is actually, because development is required in the tourism forecasting process. If there is no development for the development, then we can have always the same process or the very old process, like like zoo tourism or park tourism is now emerging, agritourism is emerging. So we need to forecast the what kind of tourist will attract towards to the zoo tourism or the park tourism or the agritourism. So that's why we need to add some developments in the industry. Then the people are the travel, how the forecasting can be carried out. So different methods of. Hello. So this network is really about.
I think he has a bad network.
Of course, it seems like the next one, by the way.